Hi, I'm Colin Elliott, and I've now been making vlogs daily for 2 months. In this video, I'm going to tell you why YouTube vlogging is back, and what it's like doing it for 2 months straight, while balancing a full-time job. And like a million other hobbies. If you like vlog content, press subscribe and stick around to the end. I'll tell you my formula for how I do this, and why you, anyone behind this camera lens, should be doing it too.
The first thing you need to make any kind of content or any kind of art, or really make anything for that matter, is a good reason to do so. I've talked about this in my previous videos. I've talked about some of my experiences and influences, but for me it's mostly about the documentation. I'm having a good time where I am in my life, and I always want to remember it. So I'm making these vlogs for that reason and that reason alone, and that's my motivator. Yeah, so on Saturday here, Matt, Pat, and I were out for a bike ride, and Pat and Matt were helping me shoot some various clips and stuff, and you'll see a little bit of that here. And then the rest of the day was pretty chill after that. Careful. Oh god.
Yeah, I'll try.
Are you okay? Alright, and now you can see that it's Sunday at this point. Matt and Pat and I once again are hanging out downtown. Look at this beautiful city we live in. I feel like I don't appreciate it enough. And we discovered this little secret, secluded balcony with some beautiful views. Yeah, Matt stayed for the whole weekend. We had a great time. And then later on in the day, Pauline showed up. And we went back to the mall. Earlier in the montage, you saw that we got Pat some sunglasses. Then we went to get Pauline some swim goggles. So that was kind of my Sunday. Lots of mall shopping. And then eventually some ice cream. It's a good day. On Monday, I had to make a trip to Kingston to pick up some valuable items. Luckily, my friend Ashton volunteered to drive me all the way there and back in one day. Thanks, Ashton. We've known each other since we were 2 years old, Ashton and I, and it's always good to catch up every once in a while.
Perfect. Thank you so much. Have a good one, eh? Take care.
In this next clip, you might notice that I look a little on edge. I'm kind of looking around making sure everything's okay. So, while we were in Kingston, we went and grabbed lunch and stuff, and I decided to get some street photos for a project I've been working on with my photo camera that I'm calling the Portra experiment. Basically, my camera has some fancy settings that I can tweak with to make it simulate film stock, and I'm trying out Portra film stock. So I was shooting some of those photos in Kingston, but the point of the story is that I was taking a photo of like a back alley with some nice graffiti and stuff. I accidentally captured a photo of a homeless man that very much did not want to be captured and started yelling and running after us. So that was kind of our exit from Kingston. We kind of just went to the car and got the heck out of there and headed home. And that was my Monday. Here's some of the photos importing from the Portra experiment so far. And you can have a look at a few sneak peeks, but I plan on talking about this more in the future. Didn't do a whole lot of much on Tuesday. I mostly spent the day editing and things like that. On Wednesday, I went out for a bike ride with Noah. We met up for lunch. As you can see, we're having lunch here. And when Noah and I get together, the conversation one-on-one is about creativity. It's one thing I love about Noah. It's that he's always encouraging me to think about the most creative thing that's at the top of my mind, or he's pushing me with questions to think outside the box and find something new. Anyway, on this particular day, Noah and I were chatting about our ideas to start a production company. And that production company has been unofficially created. We're calling it Websurd Media. Websurd Media is going to be a production company based in Ottawa, owned by Noah and I, and our goal is to produce things like this vlog and our podcast and some more creative content from our various artistic collaborators. So here's the logo and design for Websurd. Noah and I spent the afternoon making that. And yeah, so it doesn't really affect the vlog very much. It's just kind of cool to be starting up a production company with one of my favorite creative collaborators. Thanks, Noah. And to you, the viewer, I pose a question. What do you think of this logo? What's it make you think of? Is it a good color scheme? Let us know what you think, and check out websurd.ca in the near future for more content. On Thursday, Pauline and I went to the spa. Very, very much needed relaxation following convocation for me, and anticipating lots of stress over the summer for her. It was great to have a moment to think, listen to the sounds of the water. And it's on that note that I will bring it back to the beginning of the episode. I mentioned right at the beginning that I'm going to tell you how I make these episodes and how they are a great experience and why you should be doing it too. So, let's talk about that. There are 3 things you need to vlog in 2022. Number 1, your phone. A camera is a camera, seriously. It took me a long time to grip that, but whatever you're capturing with is good enough. The second is a computer with some kind of editing software. The third is an internet connection to upload the videos.
But let's be real, that's bullshit. That's not the real list. You see, there was a time on YouTube when vlogging ruled. There was a time when Casey Neistat was the biggest thing, and he put out a daily vlog, and everybody loved that. But nowadays, it's more like Mr. Beast thumbnails. It's more like high-effort clickbaity content, engineering the thumbnail and the clickbait to be just specifically the thing that you want your audience to click on and engage with, and doing everything you can to keep the retention long enough that they watch to the end of the video and then you get pushed by the algorithm. But if you'll indulge me for a few minutes, I'd like to get deep with my connection with YouTube. I've been watching YouTube since I was like 6. YouTube, the platform, was released in 2005. I can remember watching Smosh videos and other comedy skits, Nikihiga, as early as 2005. But I haven't stopped. I watch YouTube my whole life. I pretty much use it as my television. I barely keep up with regular television because YouTube is just more interesting. And why is that? Well, I can tell you it's not the clickbaity thumbnails. In fact, it's what you're looking at right now. It's a human being behind the screen. That is what makes YouTube interesting. See, in a increasingly capitalistic world where we are all sort of blocks in a system, and the media system is so refined down to a T to spoon feed us negative news every day so that we keep just a little bit depressed and also informed, YouTube, in that clusterfuck, is an island of good content. It's an island of content that's made by people, by creators, and that's what's important about YouTube. Personally, have loved YouTube my whole life. I've watched it growing up. I've watched it through my teenage years. I've used it to learn many invaluable skills, and all that time I was spending relating to the people on the other side of the screen made me want to make my own content. And I tried many times over the years. I tried various different types of content, but none of it quite like vlogging. I've recently started vlogging. It's only been 2 months, like I said at the beginning, but I love this. This is exactly how I want to create and express myself. This is all of my skills in a format that I just love watching and consuming. And here's the call to action. I'm just some guy. Sure, I have video equipment. Sure, I have access to nice editing software and privileges like that allow me to play around and make this content nice, but really what's important is the story I'm telling, and not just me, but everyone. You know, I like vlogging a lot. Let's go back to that point. Not like, hey guys, check out my merch type of vlogging where you're already famous, but telling a story of your life like I have been over the past 2 months, and telling it the way you want to tell it, and showing everything from your perspective. And I just think that's such an interesting and compelling form of storytelling, and that specific thing is what YouTube is really for. Telling stories of people. It's right there in the name. YouTube. Somewhere along the way we forgot about that and started commercializing it, as we so often do as humans. So fast forward to 2022 again and skip past all the thumbnails and clickbait. What is your absolute favorite channel to watch? My bet is it's not something like Mr. Beast, engineered for your entertainment. My bet is it's some niche, small channel where or maybe it's a big channel, but the creator is telling their story. I promise you that. You look below the layers of your favorite YouTube channel, they are telling their story, and that's what you are enjoying. So, if you're watching this for some reason and you ever had the idea that you might one day make content on YouTube, I'm asking you, please make content. Because I don't know if we realize it yet, but we're slowly transitioning into a corporatized content system that's not unlike that of TV, and our generation doesn't like TV. We're not the TV kids, we're the internet kids. YouTube's a magic place where you could see anyone's point of view from anywhere in the world, but the sad part is we're not seeing you. You, the person on the other side of this screen. In 30 days, a YouTuber named Ryan Trahan crossed America. He crossed America using a single penny. How did he do that? Well, by earning money. Slowly. Trading it up. Challenge style. YouTube style. Something that wouldn't happen anywhere else but on YouTube. And he was doing it for charity, and through the process of this, he broke the platform. The guy gained over 2 million subscribers in 1 month, in the month of June. If you haven't seen that series, I seriously recommend watching it. It's monumental. And what kind of content was he making? Vlog content. Daily vlogs, the most simple form of content. And that series that Ryan made was the most genuine and interesting series I've seen on YouTube in a long time, and we need more of that content. So, I'm asking you, if you're a creator and you've got something to share, do it. From one small creator to another, start your YouTube channel. We need more of you. Thanks for listening.